Is the Bitcoin price going to keep just kind of ping-ponging along between 110 and 115 until the Fed announces whether or not it's going to cut interest rates tomorrow and the trade tariffs with China? That's what's happening, folks. You're watching the Bitcoin Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. So this just came out in Cointelegraph. Basically, why the price of Bitcoin has been sort of just moving sideways is Wednesday, tomorrow, which is the 29th of October, the Fed will announce whether it's going to cut interest rates or not. And also, the tariff war that Trump created with China, which is hurting America and American soybean farmers, because China is now buying its soybeans from Argentina and Brazil, not from America. They're boycotting America because of the tariffs, which don't work. Canada put out an ad using Reagan's speech from the 80s saying tariffs don't work. And of course, Trump just got mad because he's a little crybaby. It's like the Democrats are whiny crybabies, but man, Trump is a crybaby. He's such a little baby. You can't criticize him. I'm kicking Jimmy Kimmel off the air. He's such a little crybaby. God, he's a stupid crybaby. I didn't think that you could be more of a crybaby than the crybaby liberals, but yep, turns out you can. But this is in Cointelegraph, a great resource. Cointelegraph, CoinDesk, they're just good sort of crypto. I focus on the Bitcoin news, but they're waiting for the U.S. trade deal to wrap up. And so this is what was said in the thing. Bitcoin traders' ability to overcome price resistance at 116 could hinge on Wednesday's Fed decision on internet rates and this week's U.S.-China trade summit. Pro traders are distributing into Bitcoin price rallies while retail size investors are buying the dips in spot and also being liquidated in the futures, which is a thing you can track. The Bitcoin price right now is about 112K. Price continues to show strength, rising 13% since its historic liquidation driven sell-off on October 10th when it went down to as low as 103. I don't know, guys. It's not going below 100K right now. If the dollar crashes and the economy completely crashes, it'll go below 100 for sure. But right now, the fact that it's staying here is kind of interesting. Data from TRDR shows sellers capping the most recent intraday breakouts above 116,000 and order book data at Binance and Coinbase exchanges highlight another wall of asks at 116 and 117. So what that is basically saying is that retail investors are just trying to time the market and buying these dips and shorting these dips and then selling any sort of price raises at 116, 117. They're just trying to get quick cash, quick gains, which would make sense with all of the layoffs. I did another segment on all the layoffs that have been happening, and the cost inflation is bad. People are probably just trying to pull out some cash in the short run. But pay attention. This week, Wednesday, the Fed will announce if it is going to lower interest rates more, which that might free up more money if they do that. And then if the U.S. can come up with some sort of trade deal with China. Again, the trade war was created by Trump. He said, I'm going to put tariffs on everything. Tariffs don't work. Reagan said they don't work. There's also videos of Obama saying they do work. So great. So great, showing how bad both parties are. But pay attention to these two things. So, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is what's happening in the short term. Now, my strategy is just buy and hold. Buy and hold. And when the price drops, I always say you're getting Bitcoin on sale and just hold on to it. But whatever financial situation you're in right now, do what makes most sense to you. But if you hold for the long run, you will make money. That is a fact. But this is always stuff that influences Bitcoin is volatile in the short run. But if you pull out, when in doubt, pull out, you'll see it's just gone up consistently over the last 15 years. No other asset has gone up the way Bitcoin has in the last 15. Nothing. Not real estate, not gold, nothing has gone up the way it has in the last 15 years. So we'll just keep tracking it. We'll keep giving you news and pay attention. And like I said, Cointelegraph and CoinDesk, they're not sponsors of the show in any way, shape, or form, but they just offer decent insight into what's happening in the markets. And if you want to support the show, you can do it that way. You can donate Bitcoin here. But I would say the best way to support the show is go to swanbitcoin.com/Graham Elwood. If you use my affiliate code, you buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, you get $10 free in Bitcoin immediately. And I get $10. So we both get paid. It's a great way to get free Bitcoin. And they're a Bitcoin-only exchange, which I like. They're not trying to sell you any crazy altcoins or anything like that. And they teach you on how to self-custody. They've got a YouTube channel. They have a lot of really good information. So go over there. Follow the Money Connected Odds, get the truth, shave your knuckles for justice. Thanks for watching, everybody. Boom.